Hello, hello, hello. Dr. Alan Harper here, your Secure Vibe Coder. And we're in for another live Secure Vibe coding session. We've been building this app called UserVibesOS.ai. And the purpose of this app is to be an AI enhanced one stop shop for developers to collect vibes from their users throughout the user journey lifecycle. So, what I mean by that is whether the user is coming to the landing page or filling out a survey that you've given them, or a wait list that you put them on, or an email list, or perhaps that user's trying to attack you in some way. Maybe they're trying to manipulate the protocol or hit a backend API or exceed some kind of rate limit. If that's the case, you probably want to get an alert for that. That would be a negative vibe. But most likely they have some feature requests or some bug reports that they want to submit to you, and we want to make it easy for you to collect those. Hey, if you join me tonight, drop me a chat and tell me hello. I had a little issue with my system here earlier, and I just want to make sure the chat is still working. I appreciate it. All right, so this is our app, and we've been building the feedback module here. The feedback module is our MVP, and it has the bug reports and the feature request working in it. Okay. And it's really polished and ready for production. It's up in production right now. That's our MVP, our feedback function. We also eat our own dog food. So we have a menu item in there. It says we eat our own dog food, where you can submit feedback by way of feature requests or bug reports to us as well. Hey, Yami, good to see you out there. Thanks for dropping me a note and let me know the chat works. I appreciate that. All right. Well, tonight, what we're going to work on is the first thing we're going to do is crank out 10 more blog articles. I want to do that periodically until we build those up. And so if you've been with me for about a week or so, we've had this blog capability that is SEO and LLM SEO optimized. And it's really simple for us to crank out blogs. So we're going to do that first off, and then we're going to make some more changes. So let's go ahead and configure, make sure that we've got let's make sure we're set up here. Okay. There it is. I don't know what was going up there. All right, so here's our system here. Let's make sure everything's running. Okay, 3001 is our main server. We've got MPX running here. Looks like it was having an issue. Let's restart it. Okay. Just making sure all that's good. Okay, good. And then we've got our test server here on 3002. Okay, and then we've got our Claude right here. All right, so here we go. First thing I want to do is probably jump into a resume so it pick up the thing or the session that we had yesterday when we set. Let's see, what is today? Monday. Okay, so 2 days ago. Okay, here we go. Yep, there was the last 10 articles that we published. Okay, I'm looking for 10 more articles like these, but on topic and things that our readers, our users would be interested in. Okay. All right, who else has joined me tonight? Draw me a hello. Let me know you're out there. I'd appreciate it. Hey, 3Ds, good to see you. All right. So if you want to find out more about me, you can check out my QR code up here. You get my access to my free mentoring group. I have just short of, I think I have 7,800 people in there right now, just short of 8,000. And they're working toward AI and cybersecurity. And what you'll find in there is some free training and a 30-day challenge that I've given you that's packed with a lot of, it's like one challenge each day. It'll take you an hour each day, and it will change your life. It will help you establish a learning pattern, a daily learning habit, and then it will open your eyes to some of the potential of this AI stuff that we've been dealing with. I expose you a little bit to vibe coding and secure vibe coding and all of that. Okay. And a whole bunch of other stuff. And also in there within the classroom, you will find access to my secure vibe coding masterclass. And if you get into that, then you get more access to me, and I can come alongside and help you build out your app if that's what you need. Okay, so again, QR code up there, link in the description. This video is sponsored by me. All right. And all right, so look, we've got some articles here. Let's just scan them. Okay, here's 10 more articles. Okay, the MPS trap, why your score doesn't predict churn. Okay, that's interesting. That sounds like something I'd like to read. Building the voice of a customer program that actually influences roadmap. Okay, good stuff. Feature flags meet feedback. Okay, all right. Let's go ahead and crank those out. Just as simple as that, guys. So you're going to see me do this just about every day, or maybe every other day. I don't know the pattern we'll get into. I'm going to crank out some blogs. We're going to get a couple hundred blogs up there in short order. Okay. And soon what we need to do is get some analytics going so that we can see, traffic coming in and make sure that our sitemap is working and all that. So maybe what we'll do is do that maybe tomorrow or something. All right. So we've got these things going. Now what I want to talk to you about, and the goal for tonight, the big ticket item for tonight. Let's go back over to our board. Again, those of you joined late, we're building this app called User Vibes OS. You can check it out online, .ai. It's up and running. Go ahead and sign in and get you a free account while they still last. Okay, so we've built this feedback module, but eventually we'll build these other modules that have to do with these items here. It allows a developer to very quickly and seamlessly get feedback from their users, and then all these other vibes eventually as well. Okay. And now we have a really long to-do list, and we've been knocking it out. We've been at this about a little more than 50 hours now, I guess. So that's what, a week and a couple days maybe of just straight labor, 8 hours a day. But we haven't been doing it that way. We've been spreading this over a couple months now, because I just do about an hour a day, and took some time off for Christmas and stuff. So I'm doing that on purpose, just to kind of show you guys that nothing magical about me. Like if you got an hour or two a day, you could be banging on this stuff and learning it, right? And your first app is probably going to suck, and that's okay. Mine did as well. Okay, probably my 5th app sucked, but now they're getting pretty good. And but you're gonna have to work through that. That's part of the process, right? And don't try to hit a home run in your first app. I'm building a very complicated app here for developers. That's the most complicated thing you can do because they have a pretty high bar, right? But I did that on purpose to kind of show you that vibe coding, there's no limits. Believe me, the other apps that I've wrote and sold are very sophisticated apps. A lot of math involved and stuff like that, and it's all very doable with vibe coding. So that was one goal. I also wanted to show you something that's really complicated so that you're not intimidating doing what you're trying to do. I'm sure your app is going to be much less complicated than mine, and that's a good thing. Okay, so don't try to tackle what I'm tackling here with your first app. You probably just get discouraged and quit. So I don't want that for you. Start with something simple, something that solves one of your problems maybe, and don't care if you sell it to anyone. Just practice building an app, okay? And then you don't even have to show it to anyone, your first one, okay? Then build a second one. And then you start getting some courage up, and then you could start to, get out there and solve someone else's problem. And that's where the opportunities unlock, okay? The worst thing you can do is try to solve your problem and then take it to market, because you might find out that no one else cares. And I've done that before, trust me. I've wasted a lot of time, a lot of energy, and a lot of money trying to make that thing work, and no one cared. No one cared. So it's much better to find something that a lot of people care about, hopefully some rich people care about, some people that are willing to pay you a monthly fee to solve a problem. You find that, and then you get product market fit, and then it's easy to make money. People will throw money at you. Once they find out that you've obsessed over their problem, more than they have and you've solved it, they would throw a credit card at you. Okay. You're going to have to duck. All right. Believe me, I've been there. Okay. So the next thing on our to-do list here is to use Resend and send out emails from our Next.js. Now, Resend is an interesting product. It's basically made for developers to very easily integrate in. Let me go to their homepage. Come on. Don't make me log out here. Yeah, I hate that. Here, let me just log out. I want you to see what I've seen. Okay. Home. Okay, so it's email for developers, okay? And that includes vibe coders. We're going to see that here in a second. All right, they got this really rich documentation. And they also have an LLMs.txt file, okay, which is going to be very helpful to us. But what you do is you can integrate it like in 10 minutes is their claim to fame. Sort of like what we're doing, right? Really simple stuff. They support all these frameworks. And of course, they support Node.js, which is what we're running underneath the hood on the back end. And we specifically were using Next.js, okay? But our backend servers are running Node.js. The front end's running Next.js. Okay, so let's get busy. First thing I want to do is find that LLMs file. I know I had it. There it is. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take that, Control C. Thank you very much. Okay, let's get going on these articles. I don't know what, I didn't give it permission, so it's still writing those articles. Let's go ahead and crank another shell up here, Claude. Okay, now I have up in here, let me see, where's a good place to put the, right here under cursor rules is probably as good a place as any. It doesn't matter where we put this LLMs text, but I already have a convex one in here, so I'm just going to add it here, okay? Okay, and we'll call that resend.llms.text. Okay, now what? Resend, not sent. Now we need this so that we can send emails out of our system, email notifications, email alerts, things like that. Like, you know, somebody signs up for a feature request, then we want to notify them, like if it's done, right? We want, if we put a comment on it or somebody else drops a comment on it, we want to notify them. Okay, so that's really important. So what I want to do then is drop into my Claude.md file. Let's find it. It's somewhere here in the bottom. We will reference that at the same place that we're referencing the cursor files. Where's it at? Okay, so let's just search in here. Let me get rid of this thing, taking up space. Okay, Control F, LLMs. There we go. All right, so see that? So we say C at dot cursor files, rules. And the reason why they're in that folder is because the original, or my original version of security skills and all were in cursor. So anyway, okay, resend. There we go. All right, so that helps us on the future. But what we'll do is we'll say now that we're down here, because we're in this shell, okay? So this shell can't see that rules file. I have to like exit, and which I can. We just started this thing, so I'll just exit and rejoin so it picks that up. Okay, so let me get rid of that. Okay. Now, did I put that file in, or did I put that stuff in there? Let's see. I've been talking. No, I didn't drop it in. Duh. That wouldn't have been very impressive. Okay, so I just Control V'd and pasted it all in there. And this is basically just a bunch of text that tells your LLM how to treat resend. Okay, so in theory, we shouldn't have a lot of drama trying to implement resend. It should be easy. And for good measure, I will say use resend LLMs.txt and implement resend in our app. Initially, I want it connected to comments and notifications when someone submits a bug report or a feature request. And I want them to be notified if the feature request is implemented. I also want them to be notified by email if we or anyone else replies to a comment that they have submitted or makes a comment on their ticket. So essentially, if they submit a feature request for a bug report, then they are following that ticket. And any updates to it, they should receive an email notification. So set up a plan for that after you've reviewed all the docs that are involved. And I want to make sure that you also use our skills and review any security implications here of what we're trying to do. Okay. Now we've got an empty context here and we're about to fill it up. And that's okay. I could have also hit the advise command, but I did invoke the other skills here. So let's see what it comes up with. I'm going to put this in plan mode, shift tab twice. Okay, anybody see anything exciting out there lately in the AI coding world? Anthropic continues to drop new releases. They're back from Christmas break. They've been dropping all kinds of good stuff. That's great. It's hard to keep up. I tell you it is. You got to subscribe to, about 10 different people that are talking about it, and you just got to watch the videos when they come out. Make sure you subscribe to me, though. Again, if you're looking for more information about me, I've been in cyber for 36 years now, probably 37, but who's counting? And well before many of you were born, and well before they called it cybersecurity. Okay, I promise you. But I've done all aspects of cybersecurity. I've written 7 books on the topic. All of them were top sellers, including the most popular one is the book series Gray Hat Hacking, the Ethical Hacker's Handbook. That's my book. I'm the lead author of it. I put together the team to write that book. I wrote, probably about a third of the book nowadays. Originally, about a half of the book. And I'm proud of that book. It's one of the most popular books in the field, evident by the fact that it's in 6th edition. I used to teach at one of the top universities, one of the largest universities in the world, Liberty University. Had 115,000 students, and I was responsible for all the cyber programs, and I was also a leader there on campus. I've been in business and industry. I'm a retired Marine officer. That's where I learned all of this. And again, I've been at this for 36 years. So there's nothing I haven't seen in cybersecurity. I've forgotten more than than I care to admit. But so here we are, and now I'm giving back at this phase of my life, and my career, just trying to help others and trying to make the world a safer place, one app at a time. And that's what we're doing out here. We're doing secure vibe coding, and we're trying to make the world better. Like I said, one app at a time. There's a lot of people talking about vibe coding out there, but you won't find anybody talking about it like I am in terms of, the security aspects of it. Hey, Yami, Semper Fi. Sounds like you're a Marine as well. Yeah, I'm a retired Marine. That's where I learned all of this. And all the way up to the end of my career, I was doing it. But that was a long time ago, believe it or not. I retired 18 years ago, something crazy like that. It's like a lifetime. Again, some of you aren't even that old that listen to me. Seems like I've lived 3 lifetimes, but Anyway, still having fun, still learning stuff. I'll tell you that. I learned something on this space every day. I force myself to learn something new every day. It's part of the reason why I'm doing this streaming, y'all. And I encourage you to do your own. Get out there and learn in public, then build in public. People enjoy that. They like to come along for the journey. I hope you're enjoying it. But you learn more than they do because you got to brush up on a topic and learn it a couple of different ways so that you can explain it. Well, that's how you force yourself to learn something. You want to learn something, you want to really learn something, teach it. Set out to teach it before you even learn it. That's how you really learn something. That's why I wrote books too, by the way. I didn't know those topics when I wrote those books, trust me. But I figured it out. Okay. Okay, here's a question. Should voters also be subscribed to ticket updates? They generate many emails. No, just no, definitely not. No, skip voters. Okay. Submit email. Do you want a confirmation email sent when someone first submits a ticket? Yes. Send we received your feedback. Yeah, absolutely. What email domain will you use with resend? This is needed for the from address. Okay, yeah, we're going to use this. I'm going to use a custom domain. I'm going to talk to you guys about that for real quick here for a second. I'm going to use mail.uservibesos.ai. Now, the reason why I use a subdomain, it's very important. Okay, it's very. Let me get this going, and then we'll talk. Okay. You want to use a subdomain like mail dot or notifications dot or whatever. The reason why you want to do that and protect your main domain is because there's something called a domain reputation, and you only get one of them. Okay. So Google and Microsoft are keeping track of your domain reputation, and others are as well. And so if they start sensing you're a spammer, well then you're screwed. Like you will never be able to resolve that fully. You will always be on some blacklist. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to, put a subdomain out there and use it for your email. And if you screw up or you misconfigure something, you end up like sending out 1,000 emails and get ranked as somebody's spammer. Well then, okay, just kill that subdomain and create another one. Call it mail2 dot or mail3 dot, right? And that's a pro tip for you. Never use your root domain if you can help it, especially when you're doing this kind of stuff, because like that domain is very valuable, right? Like it's going to be hard to replace or change it later, and you don't want to screw up that. Once the root domain gets screwed up on the reputation, all the subdomains follow. So, but if you get a subdomain that's screwed up on reputation, you can cut it loose and it won't hurt the root domain's reputation. So again, pro tip on that, guys. Just for you guys hanging out with me tonight, drop that nugget for you. Okay, so it's asking now, do you want to run with this plan? Let's see what the plan is, okay? I just want to kind of review, not the code, but just what are you trying to do to me here? A lot of code here, which we will ignore because we are vibe coders. Okay. Okay. It gained a comprehensive understanding of everything, blah, blah, blah. Okay, it has all the information it needs. Okay, so here, start writing the plan. Okay. What is the plan? Okay, here's just some different emails that are going to go out. Updated the plan. Okay, here we go. The plan is complete. Here's the plan. Implement email notifications using resend for feedback. End users who submit bug reports or feature requests will be automatically subscribed to that ticket and receive email notifications for status changes, new comments, admin replies. Yep. Okay, that sounds good. Okay, trigger-based notifications using convex scheduled functions. Okay. Okay, when the status changes, comment, or admin reply occurs, schedule an email and send it. Okay, yep, that's it. And the reason why that's good is because, like, if the status changes from, like, backlog to doing or done, like, we wanna let the user know that. That'd be nice. Okay, modified files, implementation steps, okay? We put all this in, I put this API key in right here, that's gonna be key, okay? Actually gets set into Convex, interesting, okay? And then I also have to set the email address that we're gonna come from. Now we're gonna have to put a domain in. Hey, Dream Pulse, good to see you. Um, all right, I'm gonna have to put both these in, and that reminds me, we're gonna have to do a little DNS magic tonight. Okay, let's get busy. It's gonna set up all these tables, all this code. Don't care. We just want to see the end result. Okay, go ahead and get busy. All right, now while it's doing that, what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna probably have to give it permissions because I'm gonna watch it here for a second. Yep, I knew it. Okay, it's gonna install resend. I don't want to walk away from it before it gets going. Otherwise, we'll just waste a bunch of time. Let's see how our blogs are doing. All right, they're still going. 9 and 10 are still cranking out. Okay, come on here. Write a file. Okay, there we go. I just want to make sure it could write a file before I turn away from it. All right, now what we're going to have to do here is we're going to have to set up a domain. So let's just do that. Let me get my domain settings up here and bring them down and show them to you. I use name.com for my domains, but I have like 50 domains or more in there. I quit counting. It hurts my head and my wallet every time I count them. So that's pretty expensive to maintain each year, but it's worth it. I squat on a bunch of domains. Anytime I get an idea, then I snag the domain. And nobody's ever wanted to buy any of them. I always thought, I'd sell them for big bucks, but I guess I'm the only one who thinks those domains are worth anything. All right, hold on, just logging in to do all my security. Make sure that you protect your DNS records with two-factor authentication. Okay, at least, because that is your most important, account. If somebody takes over your DNS records, you're screwed. Good luck getting them back. Okay, got that. Okay. All right, come on then. Manage your domain. Okay, just managing this domain here. Manage the DNS records. Oh, you know what? We moved the DNS records over to Vercel. I forgot that. Okay, so it'll be easier for us to make updates to it. Okay, hold on a second. Okay. Let me drag this down. Okay, so here's our Vercel settings. And we come in here, we should have, where's it at? Okay, here it is. View DNS records for more and more. Okay, bingo. Okay. All right. Yeah, here's our previous mail records and so forth for Clerk, because Clerk's sending out notifications as well. Clerk's saying things like "Welcome aboard," right? Like "Thanks for being a customer" and stuff like that. And so that's handling that. But what we're going to do here is now put our resend stuff in. Okay, so we'll come over here on the back end of our resend, and we'll go to domains. Let's go ahead and just crank this out. Okay, domains. Okay, add a domain. Okay. Mail dot user vibes os dot AI. Okay, Northern Virginia is fine. Okay, it's fine. All right, so here we go. Here's our DNS records, okay? All right, so what we do then is we okay, sweet. All right, so we put a text record in for that. Okay. The one thing we'll be careful of here is make sure sometimes they put a period after that, and we don't want to do that. Where is this? Where am I at? Send. I drag that over here. Make it easy on myself. Okay. Get this. Put it in here. Okay. And then we hit add. Okay. We just go down the list here. We have to put this stuff in. This is like a security setting that helps us like not go into spam buckets. Okay, and that is going to be a MX record. That's a mail type record right there. That's what MX stands for. It's a mail record. Oh, hold on a second. Comment explaining property MX. Oh, okay. You got to put a priority in there. All right. I'll just come up with one. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. Text message now. Okay. Here's the SPF record. This is the security record right here. Okay. All right. That's in. Okay. One more. DMARC record. Again, that's a security issue, and it lets you avoid spam buckets. And that's going to be a text message too. That's right. And here's our DMARC record. Okay, now we should be able to say, okay, test it. I've added the records. I'm not going to enable receiving right now. I guess I could. Yeah, I guess I could. Why not? Okay, all that does is it's just going to add one more record. There's no harm in that. Okay, one more MX record called mail. And priority of 10. Okay. Whoops, I put that in the wrong spot. Okay, so now we can receive, like, I guess, a reply back from the user saying thanks or something, right? We can do something with that. We're going to have to like forward it on or something because I'm not going to manage that inbox, but that's okay. Okay, now I say, okay, look, I've, so there's the forward instructions down there. It knows that I probably want to do that. A lot of people probably do that. Okay, now it's looking for those DNS records, and this might take a few minutes. Like, you know, you might have to come back in 10, 20 minutes, depending on how the DNS servers are doing tonight. But typically, when you first set it up like this, it's rather quick. Come on. Come on. It says right here it might take a few minutes or hours. I've never seen it take that long. All right, well, let's go do some other stuff. Okay, so we'll come over here. Let's see, let me refresh this. Okay, so I've cleaned out, like I was playing with it earlier, but I've cleaned out my API keys. Let's create a new one. User vibes OS. And we want full access for that on all domains. Okay, we'll go ahead and add that. Okay, then what we'll do is copy that to the clipboard. And what I will do is put that, actually it's going to go in convex. It's not going to go, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that off to the side. And we'll use it, I'll use it here in a moment, and I'll probably have to stop sharing when I do it, because if I have to do a convex command, well, I could probably go out to the dashboard and put it in, and you guys can see that. Okay, done. In fact, we'll do that now while we're waiting for the mail. We can multitask. Okay, it's working. Verified, it's still working on the inbound. Okay, so let's go do our convex. Okay. I just want to, let's see here. Yeah. No, that ain't it. Where's it at? Hold on a second. Convex. Dashboard. Okay. Okay, drag this down. Okay. All right, so here's our production user vibes OS. Go into settings, and we can go into environmental variables, and we can add one called resend underscore API underscore key. Paste that in. Oh, well, that was stupid. Okay. All right. Well, I ain't going to be able to do that. Let me go kill that one. Yeah, that was dumb. Why did it show that? All right. Where was that? API key. Okay. Kill that one. Sorry, guys. User vibes OS. Much glad we're security guys here. Not recommended that you do this stuff streaming. Only professionals. Okay, yeah, focus. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off my sharing here for a second. You get to look at my ugly mug. Okay, and there was one other thing that we needed to put in there. It said it was, okay, email address from. Okay, well, we can do these from the command line. Okay, let me hook back up the screen share. Okay, guys, we're back. Okay, so now, and that was on production. I'll tell you what, I got to put it on the dev as well. Give me a second. Okay. Okay. All right. Now what we can do is we can go back to our command line, and we can do some damage here. Okay. What we do is we say this. Okay. And user vibes, and then, so this is the email address. This is the from address. And what we'll do is we'll put from, yeah, just like this. I guess we could do that whole thing. Perfect. Okay. That was easy. Okay. So what that does is that sets it into the convex database. Now, what I'm curious about is, did it put that in development? Doesn't look like it. Put it in production, which is good. I'm not sure if I see it there either. Let's see, email from address. That's weird. Let's see here. I don't know. All right, let's proceed. Okay, and here's the main app. Yeah, see, what I don't like about this is I'm just going to manually put this in because I want a different main app URL for local and development. Okay. Oh, it already got that one. Okay. So yeah, there's the production key. It already went up there. Okay. That was from when we did on the command line. Now what I'll do is I'll go ahead and set this one to the production as well. Just took a moment for that to sync, I guess. Okay. All right, now on the development one, I want it to be different. Oh, it pushed it into both of them. Learned something there. Why isn't it? Oh, gotta get rid of this one. Why won't it take? Oh, okay. I gotta hit save, I guess. What a crappy interface. Okay. All right. All right. With a little luck, that'll work. Okay. Here's an unsubscribe. Okay, yeah, here we go. Create the unsubscribe page. It suggests that we go ahead and set up an unsubscribe page. So if somebody clicks the unsubscribe in the email, that it actually takes them to a page that they can unsubscribe, which is a darn good idea. Otherwise, people get annoyed and they start reporting you to like Google and stuff. But you're like, well, wouldn't they want notified with their own tickets? Maybe not. People do. Users do. Users going to use. That's the saying, right? User's gonna use. Okay, so all that's set up now. Well, it's building that unsubscribe page for us real quick. We should be able to test this thing. We should be up and running. Looks like we added 2 new tables. Okay, and we got feature request triggers here, and then also comments. I don't see the okay, feature requests and bug reports. Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, cool. Okay, so if somebody like hits this, it will work with the unsubscribe links generated in the email templates. Okay, great. Wonderful. Hey, thanks for taking care of that, Claude. All right, so let's test it. Okay, add email logs to the admin dashboard. Yeah, why not? All I did was did a tab complete there, guys. Claude is being helpful. Did you see that? Claude's like, hey, do you want to add email logs to the admin dashboard? Yeah. See, like I wasn't thinking about that. Just love Claude Code, man. The more you use it, the more it starts to seem like it's reading your mind. Hey, Dynamite asks, what's my major in? My major is in IT with a focus in cybersecurity and data protection. And my master's is in computer science. My undergrad is in computer engineering. So I am a doctor. I'm not, take your clothes off for the exam kind of doctor. I'm more of a close your book for the exam kind of doctor, if you know what I mean. Okay, you guys still out there? You still awake? You loving this? You ever wonder how you get email going in your app when you're vibe coding? We're doing it. We're doing it, guys. Just polishing some things here, adding some email logs in the admin panel, admin console. That's pretty slick. I almost forgot we had an admin console. We did it so quickly. We did it like in 20 minutes one night and haven't used it much since. Oh, the joys of vibe coding. Coding is fun again. Man, I've been coding since I was 10 years old. That's 46 years. Okay. And it was getting to be a grind. But not anymore. It's fun again. We're making coding great again. Okay. All right, guys. I think it's working. What do you think? Check it out. It's on my local dev server here. This we were messing around yesterday, putting like some user requests in for a blue button and stuff like that. Okay. See if any security stuff's come in lately. No, not in the last 7 days. Let's look over the last 30 days. Oh yeah, that was the stuff we were testing last week. Okay, security dashboard's still working, it looks like. Okay, so I've got this project here. Let's fire a comment off of it somehow. Let's see how I would test this. Okay, probably the best way to test this is within the demo panel here, because this uses my local email address. So for example, what I can do is I can let's see if the comment, like let's see if somebody comments, if actually if someone replies, like if I'm an admin and if I reply, let's see if that goes back to them. Test. This may not. Well, yeah. See, here's my name and my email address. Okay, so all right, so I've got that comment submitted. It's waiting for moderator approval. Let's just see. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up my email over here, and I'm just gonna monitor it, and I'll let you guys know if something comes in the inbox. And I'll try to share that without doxing myself too bad. Okay. Okay, so that one's pending approval. Let's go now into the back end, into the comments. We see we got 2 of them now. We started this, we had 1. So we know this functionality is still working, okay? So we can go ahead and it's weird. Where's our approve functionality? Oh, it's over here. Where was that? Hold on a second. Test. Trying to find the moderation approval. I forgot. It's been a while since we messed with that. I would expect it to be here in the comments under the pending, but it's not. It should be an approved button. Approved. It's definitely not going to be there. It wouldn't be here. Ah, there it is. It's under the board. There's a moderation queue at the top. I forgot where we put it. Okay, so we'll go ahead and approve that. That one that just came in. All right, now, just for good measure, I'm looking at my email here. I'm not seeing anything. Okay. Now, let me go into the feedback board and actually reply to that comment. There it is. I'm looking right here at the. I'm looking at the count. Okay, and here it was 2 minutes ago. Now, I don't know if we send an email, like if somebody just comments on something, we might not. Okay. I see your comment. Okay. Now let's just do a proper one here. Oh, look here. Popped in immediately. Okay, let me drag this down without doxing myself somehow. Hold on a second. See if I can like open this and bring it down. Like open it as a separate email or something. Never done that before. The joys of streaming, guys. I don't want you to take my word for it. I actually got a daggone. But I just have stuff on the screen that I don't necessarily want to share. How do you mark as red, blah, 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 move to. Okay, I'll tell you what I do. I'll just screenshot it and bring it down. All right, guys, check this out. We got an email, like literally says, I see your comment. Score. We got email functionality in our app, guys, just like that. And they have a very generous plan. It's 3,000 emails for free a month. 3,000 emails. And when you get up over that, the next jump is like 10,000 or something. It's like $20 a month. So like, okay, yeah, I'll take that. 3,000. Yeah, it'll be a while before we get 3,000 emails. Maybe not. Maybe you guys are going to blow this thing up. It's going to go viral. That's okay. I don't mind paying for that. But I wanted you guys to see, we got a score there. Look at that. All within our hour. Isn't that amazing? No bugs. First time. No issues, no errors. You didn't see me go back and forward. In fact, it's all like it implemented the plan. I guess it did compact once. I'm just impressed again. I continue to be amazed at how easy this stuff is, guys. I'd never implemented email like that before, but I knew it could be done. I knew Claude could do it. What do you guys think? Pretty cool, huh? You guys dig that? Okay. Yep. Hey, 3Ds, I see your note. Yep, I agree. It's very important. Thanks, Yami. I appreciate it. Well, tell you what, guys, I think we're going to wrap this thing up tonight. Now, what I need to do is go ahead and commit, and we get them blog articles up there. Just want to confirm that we've got a good recent TSC check, so it should compile when we push it up. Okay. Let me just put a strong, go ahead and commit this thing. Sweet. Increasingly, you guys notice I'm surprised at the end of these sessions, like, because I expected a little bit of a battle. I expect, like, I'm going to wrestle this thing a little bit and maybe go into it tomorrow with some errors or something. It worked, guys. It worked. Now, what I can do is I can click on that and see if it'll take. I'll click on the unsubscribe and see if it will unsubscribe me. Oh. And I got a weird error here when I did that. Somewhere we've got 3,000. We got an extra zero in here. I don't know how that would have happened, unless I must have put the wrong variable out there in convex. Let's look at that. Okay, this is the development email from address, edit. No, not there. Here. Yep, too many zeros. Sorry. Okay, let me hit the unsubscribe again. Now it looks like it hardwired it into this email. We'll have to check that on another one. All right, we'll do some more testing. Hey guys, wrapping it up. We are in good shape. I'm going to push this commit up. Man, we had a banger session there. There was really no lessons learned, so I don't need to do a retrospective. I mean, I didn't change a thing after we did it. I mean, other than my environmental variable, but like I didn't change. We didn't like iterate. And that's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, guys. All right. Well, hey, appreciate you guys. If you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe. Show the algorithm some love so it shows me some love. Make sure that you come into my free vibe coding or my mentoring group, my free mentoring group. Link in the QR code, also in the link below. Check out that Secure Vibe Coding OS. And until next time, you guys be safe out there. Be careful. I love you all. And I'll be back tomorrow night, same time, same bad channel.